Alright, now what was I doing? I gotta clear out some of my consumables. Oh, that's right. I have to return to what's-his-face. I have to return to the world tree. What is your training over here?
Why, hello. Always a pleasure to gaze upon your sweet face. Well, how can I make you smile today? Please
Persuasion.
tell me it's something important.
Wait, can you do that again?
Always a pleasure to gaze upon your sweet face.
No.
Well, how can I make you smile today? Please tell me it's something improper. Come back soon.
This is current level 2, but still can't train me for some reason. Maybe there's like a daily limit on that. Alright, so that's in the place. King Wenson. Alright, yeah, let's go talk to him. Where was he at? Oh, good lord. Let's go around Star Camp and look at, because there's vendors here, right? I want another backpack.
Always open for business when the road is...
Sold items.
Your marketplace? Are you always looking to make a bit of coin?
Another vendor up here? No, I don't think so.
Welcome to Star.
Greetings.
Wait, why is that? I guess because that's off of the path or something. Isn't there a vendor here somewhere?
Mitharu keep you.
Hey, Mom. She's gonna steal from this saint's tomb in a church. Mind me.
Come, rest a spell.
I guess there's nothing here. I gotta start remembering to check everybody
Every day that
for
passes is a blessing.
backpacks.
Good day.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
You don't sell backpacks either,
Farewell.
right? Alright, I guess we'll go talk to the World Tree. Could also be an Issa, which this should give me access to. Is that the whole map or is it larger? No, it's larger. Quite a bit larger, actually. I get the feeling he's gonna say I can go into Issa now. Seems like a solid bet. Hi.
You return, and in your wake, Dalantarth blossoms. The flow is rearranged, now and forever. Nash's brood is at an end. You have destroyed what was written, and made a new fate for Dalantarth. And yet the Tuatha still spread, marching with Prismeer and pain. You have only delayed our doom.
Can you help me?
I have already given you much. Now you must learn what you have received. You must know this, Quickling. The age is changing. Immortals are passing, and the future belongs to the young races. If there is a future to be had. Go, and stand at the heart of the She. There you will find Issa, and perhaps you will find wisdom as well. Nash and her brood would have spread across Dalantarth and brought the taint of Prismeer with them. So it forever was to be, until you set about to stop it. only the path of your own choosing. Stand at the heart of the She, and if that path includes the gardens of Issa, I shall allow it. May your path be long and evergreen.
Alright. Meditate in the She. That's a bummer. I was hoping I could con him into giving me something else, but I guess not. If it was something, it was probably just like a temporary buff. I don't think it was going to be like, here, have a free level. That being said, I should be able to get into Issa now, yeah. Alright, let's look at the local map. Steal an item, okay. So let's go to Issa and then go a little north from there, I guess? Well. Oh, we wanted to go up here, right? No, straight north. Okay. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, I've got the toothpicks. What's this place look like? What's up?
Ah, you have arrived at last. Welcome to the Gardens of Issa, home of the Summer Court, and the warm heart of the Feylands. I know you had hoped to speak with the High King, but our seers sense a danger pursuing you. Naturally, we cannot allow such threats to be brought into the High Court. Perhaps once you have dealt with your own unfinished business.
Okay.
The ranks of the Fae were not always sullied by the presence of anything so coarse as the Tuatha. Once, the summer and winter courts existed in harmony. But Gadflow perverted the winter court with talk of his new god, and from that poison, the Tuatha arose. We are the Summer Court, the very embodiments of courage, honor, and all things bright and proud. Some envious few in the Winter Court would call us arrogant and self-righteous, as well as all manner of other epithets. But remember, we are the ones who stayed true to tradition, while they turned to barbarism. The Tuatha find new recruits from our ranks. Too many mortals misunderstand the Winter Court. Our cold cousins are not evil, but merely evoke the darker truths of nature, from subtlety to decay. Perhaps it makes sense that children of dust are put off by those who embody their inevitable death, but it is regrettable that so many are misunderstood. Truly a place of wonder, as it has always been and always shall be. Here springs the life well of Dalentarth, and the greater Phalanx in all directions. It is a pity that some of our kind have fallen to such degenerative states, but we cannot shed a tear for their weakness. The sapling of the World Tree bears centuries of great wisdom. Of course, long-lived as Nirlam is, it is still regrettably mortal. Even all greatest mortal wisdom cannot compare to the perspective given by true agelessness. Begging your pardon, of course. High King Titarian is Lord of the Summer Fae, the font of all our wisdom, and first amongst the immortals. And since Gadflow tragically murdered the High King of the Winter Court, Titarian is the greatest and last true leader left of our kind.
Alright, bye.
I've said it time and again. Mortals are meant for warfare. It is your way. Death is all part of the cycle. Please, come forward into the light of the font. Don't linger there. I need to see you. Closer. Ah, nothing noble about you. That must mean you're the one Erwin is expecting on the trellis. Go there, but be sure to retire to Felltown when you're finished. It is a special district set aside for the young races. A haven, if you will. We encourage you to stay within its confines for your own protection. Do not worry. Felltown has the amenities that your kind need to lead a mortal life, such as merchants, a smithy, and a tavern for evening exploits.
Oh. Hey, what's up, Fricks?
There is little that mortals need to know about the trellis, for it is where the worthy await their moment before the High King. Everyone who stands before the light of the sun must prepare themselves, lest they be blinded. It is behind me, up the great winding stairs. Once, the understyle was all around you, spreading from the garden's gates to the great trunks of the trellis. But that was before the mortals came. Every living creature in our world is part of a chain of death and rebirth, even the Fae. However, when we pass into the flow of our great cycle, we return again. The king rules from his throne high above on the font, and he has done so for many seasons. You should know this, since you've been sent to speak with him. High King Titarian fulfills his role as our wise ruler. He gathers around him the bravest and most gifted advisors, and together they make up the Court of Summer. Like his predecessors, Titarian's goal is to maintain the great cycle, and to keep the balance that has sustained us for all these many seasons. The gardens have been here since the first of our kind sprang forth. Only in the last few mortal years have we chosen to make it known to your people, with good reason. This is a safe place, and we intend to keep it that way. To that end, we ask mortals to adhere to the Peace Edict, which forbids weapons in the city. Most mortals in Issa are stripped of weapons upon entering the city. However, there are a few exceptions. Ambassadors and guests of the Near Limb. We do this for your own protection, of course. There is a fire in Dustling blood that must be quenched by violence. I've never understood it. The font is older than everything around you. It is the origin from which we flow. If you search for the heart of Summer Court magic, you will find the font.
Okay.
Goodbye, mortal.
I like how there's just a dude up front as like a greeting desk. Nope. Merchants. There's a bunch of shrines over there. Ah, what do you bet it's like one of each shrine? That's cool.
Do you surrender to the authorities' order and claim his mission?
Matharu is the path in the darkness, the cry in the night.
Alright. See you later. Big gulps, huh? We go, vendors, let's go. Somebody sell me a backpack.
He won't stay. No one does.
Hello.
I hope you're here about the job. Demand is higher than ever. I'm just too busy to deal with anything else.
Who are you?
Sure. You want to know about me? It's understandable. You want to know who you're going into business with. A wise move. Very wise. My mother was a merchant in Rathir, and I learned the trade at her side. I took the apprenticeship with Gwenna Hand, mostly to get me into Issa. Now I'm on my own. What do I know of Fey politics? I didn't even know they had a city until Gwen and I were allowed in. All I know is that there's opportunity here, thanks to the war. I can sum up the war in one word. Folly. It is folly. You will see. Everyone will see. She's the general merchant in the United Merchants delegation down the road. We've been friends for years now, I believe. A good, honest one, that Gwenna. It's safe, that's for sure. At least for the time being. I don't quite understand the Fae, but they definitely know how to keep a city quiet. You think I like being confined to this cage? Think again. And after all we've done for them in this war, ungrateful creatures. Not just anyone can enter the secret city of the Fae. Oh no. You need an ambassador's endorsement and written authorization, and that's just to be in the lottery. Those in the United Merchants are the lucky ones. Of course, once you see how much gold they actually make in Issa, you will no longer envy them.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Making a fortune is what? These visitors come with obscene amounts of gold or treasure. They don't mind parting with it. My plan was brilliant. I created a blade. Fey blade, of course, that makes them authentic, something all of them had to have. That's all they care about anyway. Fey souvenirs. I called it the Honor brand. Truth be told, it's dull as a stick, but it's easy to make. Listen, if you can find the parts and make them, I'll pay good money.
Yeah, alright, I could use some money.
Fabulous, fabulous! You know a good deal when you see it. There aren't enough people like you in Issa. The Fae don't even use money. Can you imagine? Once you start forging the honor brands, bring them to me and I'll provide you with just compensation.
Yeah, where can I get these?
There should be plenty of parts around the city. For creatures with no interest in possessions, they sure know how to collect a fair amount of junk.
Fair enough.
Don't keep me waiting too long.
Smash all your stuff. 2 combat signs. I don't know what that means. I guess we'll find out, huh? Hello?
I can help you with those weapons. You've been watching me long enough. What is it? Did I wrong you in another life, brother? If you're willing to spare the gold, I can teach you what I know. In this battered old skull is a lifetime of knowledge, and quite a few stories as well.
I'm better at blacksmithing than you are, bud.
What you've no doubt heard is correct. I am the Holt Friend. I forged Bolgan's Bane of the Kaled Coast, and many other legendary pieces. My youth was spent as a mercenary, but I have since renounced those ways. Unfortunately, my enemies have long memories, and they aren't as forgiving as I am. Let the Fae try to stop me from carrying arms in the city. Weapons are my trade, my only expertise. It would be like asking a hen to stop laying eggs. I don't care to stay in one place for too long. Felltown sounded like a good opportunity, and an even better hiding place. I can't say the peace edict has hurt business, but it's not exactly easy to train students in blacksmithing without weapons around. It's as good a place as any, I guess. But after a while, people begin to remember you. And for someone like me, that's a problem. I prefer anonymity. Besides, could there be a better place to hide from this offensive war? The only weapons you find in a garden are the blades of grass. I have no interest in this war between mortals and the deathless. It is a waste of life, and I have my own private battles to finish. It is an ancient Alfar kingdom far across the sea in the dense swamps of Klurkon. I once helped its great lords overcome a terrible Bolgan problem.
Okay.
I'll be here.
Salvage. Azurite mitt. Hey, look at that. Armor. Gauntlets. Azurite. Crit with physical damage. More armor. $49. Oh, because this has plus 19 armor. Okay. Well, worth a try. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I didn't realize it was stealing until it was too late. Hello.
If you're looking to buy armor, I'm the only one in Felltown who's authorized to sell it. I'm Gwen Hand, but my customers call me Gwen. I don't have many weapons to offer on account of the peace edict, but there's still a selection to pick through. Have at it.
Height shield of protection. Ooh, lockpicks. Buy all your lockpicks.
He's a dear friend from years ago. He spent time as my apprentice, but recently set out on his own. He sells authentic ritual Fae blades outside in the square.
What I thought.
My twin brother and I were entering the army to fight for the Alpha when I panicked. I couldn't. I'm not a fighter. I came to Issa instead. I'm not proud of running, but I'm much more useful here, as an unofficial ambassador of sorts. Not everyone's a fighter. Come back again.
You may buy a title in the embassy, but they're not cheap.
And buy a title.
Nobody here but us. Get over here. We don't abide by strangers in Issa. In this city, everyone is family. If you want to get around the peace edict, you'll have to keep your voice down.
Alright, what do you sell? Lots of stuff. Weapon and a utility socket.
You know, that neighborhood in the gnome city of Odessa where the poor live. Oh, it's a lot of fun. Not much to tell. Heard the war horn of the recruiters and packed my bags. Slipped out in the dead of the night, I did. And I'm proud of it. What good is fighting when the Tuatha don't die? Besides, I'm a businessman. I got my hand on a pass into Issa, and the rest has been waterfalls and walks by the river. Well, technically, we're not supposed to carry or sell weapons in Issa, but I've found a few loopholes. As have you. If you're on the market for something deadly, I'm your man. Just don't go blabbing about it to the Fae. They've got buds for brains.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Ah, okay. What are you selling backpacks, man?
Doesn't look like you've had any luck. Forge me and don't keep me waiting too long.
Alright. Another merchant. Let's keep going!
Stay out of the understyle.
No promises.
Here to see the summer court?
Asker's Alley.
Come here, pretty. Let me take a look at you. Hey there, pretty. This is Asker's Alley, best tavern in Issa. Only tavern in Issa, of course, but you didn't know that, did you? If you're new in the city, I can help. I know everything. About the Understyle, the Embassy, the Scholia Arcana, you name it. I know it all.
You know where I can buy a backpack? Ring of Expansion. Plus experience. Ooh, she does, actually. Thank you.
We provide your basic public service. Ale. And if drinking isn't your thing, then you can always stop by the Hexes game and back. So you want to brush up on your bad luck, do you? That game will do it for you, all right. Speak with Kali in the back. Oh, if I had the finery and manners, you wouldn't find me anywhere but the Embassy Hall. I'd even buy a title. But it's a dreadful place these days, what with the war. The Darkofar and Varani are practically at arms over their differences, and everyone speaks in a whisper. I prefer the United Merchants delegation. Those are my people. The Askers took me in when my pa was killed in the war. That's been nearly 10 years. Now this is my home, pretty. It's where you'll find me every day and every night. When Issa first opened, the Alfar approached the humans about creating a shared shop so people here could get their sundries. All of this was lost on the Fae, of course. Most of the United Merchants are good people, like Wystron and Gwenna, but that blacksmith's apprentice, Britt Codgan, he's a leech.
Really?
Oh, that's a sinister spot, isn't it? Even the Fae take a few extra steps to walk clear of there. Don't trust anyone in robes. Bye now.
I'll drink alone.
Allie plays hexes.
You won't stay.
Oh, what is it?
You look like one who enjoys a game of hexes. We mortals need something of our own here in Issa. Why can't it be gambling? If you don't know how, I can teach you. Not much to do here in the Fae City, but lighten your pockets and have a good time doing it. But I jest. You have a lucky look about you, stranger. What do you want to know about me for? Is this some kind of Fae interrogation? Keep your curiosity to yourself, friend.
Yep.
Folks here have gold. That's enough for me. I don't care where I find myself, just so long as the people there are willing to pay. You had a look about you. Listen, all you need recall is these 6 cards here in my hand. Ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, and the hex. First, you start with an ante. What'll it be?
Yeah, what are the rules?
In my hand, there's an ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5, and a hex. 6 cards all mixed up. First round, you guess even or odd. If you're right on a hex or an ace, you take the pot and we're done. Right on any other, and it's on to the second hand. Hand number 2. I'll pull another card, guess if it's higher or lower than the first. Get it right, you win. Simple as that. Bold, I like it. Now, will the card I draw be even or odd? Yes? Oh, what's this? The hex. You lose. You'll be back.
No, I probably won't.
If you're looking to drown your worries at the bottom of a bottle, this is the place for you. I'm Gurturn Asker, and this is my establishment. But if you're looking for the Victor's Brew, we don't sell that in Asker's Alley, and you'll have to take your business elsewhere. There's a brewery near Rathia that makes it. Very small, very secretive. But they've found their niche, that's for certain. Cheap and powerful. It's not a drink for the man who appreciates craftsmanship, tradition. It just helps the soldiers forget all they've been through. Oh, yes, sorry. The United Merchants Delegation. It's a coalition of traders that have been granted permission to sell their wares in Issa. I know better than to criticize the Fae. They call us children of dust. We treat them like people, but they're like no people I've ever met. This city has been here for thousands of years. Longer than that, even. It will be here long after we're gone. The ambassadors requested that facilities be created where flesh and blood folks could put their feet up. Not that the Fae know what that means. So the All-Main approached my family about starting a tavern. The alley does well, but I'm no businessman. I wouldn't say I ran from the war, I just don't need to know every little thing that's going on. There are other ways to help. Getting folks drunk is one of them.
Okay.
It's the most popular drink in Amalur. At least it is now. My Asker's Ale used to be the preferred beverage, but every day brings more cancelled orders. My brother and I are working on a new drink, but it requires something special. Wait a minute. Maybe you could help. If you do, I could see to it that the merchants in Issa treat you well.
Alright, sure.
So here's what we're thinking. Bring back our grandmother's favorite Asker's Draft, a classic. The recipe calls for bristletongue seeds, and if you're talking rare ingredients, bristletongue tops the list. It's worthless for potions, but tastes fabulous. The problem is that the Fae control the use of bristletongue, as it's a product of the Font's waters. Talk to Jackson, their apothecary. He can probably get it for us. It's been in our family for 4 generations, since the days of Almir the Bold. Our grandmother entrusted us with the formula, and we made a fortune from it. But I'm afraid we've been replaced by a new drink. King Almir, Almir the Bold, the founder of our people's nation? I'm sure you've heard of him before. We're named after him. He spends his time in the Lyceum Grove and the Understyle section of town. He's an odd duck, always crafting new tonics. Some advice? Don't drink any. See you soon.
Okay, I'll be back.
Come here, pretty. Let me take a look at you. Good day.
Hi, who are you?
Oh, excellent. Another... Oh, a mortal. I don't think I could... Well, perhaps I might. Yes, of course. Why not? You, Dustling, how would you like to make some of your shiny, bright metal? What's it called? Ah, yes, gold. How would you like some of that?
Sounds good to me.
I am steward of the High King's List, and apprentice to the Lady of Receivership. Olana will be so displeased once she finds out I failed her so.
This is the Skyrim guy that voices like half the dudes in all of Skyrim.
Few Dustlings ever make their way to these gardens. I believe they fear us, as they fear the elements. As they should. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like to be called Dustlings? I enjoy my role as steward, but my fear of Lady Olana overshadows any pleasure I might find in the tasks assigned to me. She is quite critical. She is well suited to her role as the Lady of Receivership, as she enjoys judging the worth of others. She has assessed me as well, and I have been found lacking.
Oh, what a bitch.
Well, I've never met him, of course. Such an honor is not granted to squires. But they say he is quite incredible. As tall as a tree and radiating a great light, as though a sun burned within him. The birds sing to herald his glory. My role is with the Hall of Appointments, to prepare visiting ambassadors and dignitaries to meet with the Court of Summer. Right now, there are 4 terrible, regal lords and ladies that wish to see High King Tatarian, but they are a fickle lot and require extra, handling. They must enter the font in a procession, but each has his or her own preferences, and I can't afford to offend any of them. Wonderful. That's one less aggravation that demands my concern. Thank you, mortal. The dignitaries have been seen about the gardens, enjoying its many splendors. I will remain here and await your advice. Everywhere. Goronet is in the Hall of Appointment. Goodbye.
Hello.
Well, hi. Feet made no sounds. Use the flow regulator. I don't know what it does.
Was it 2 pinches?
Hi.
Yes? Oh, a mortal in the understyle. This is indeed a treat. Come closer. I seldom see one of your kind so far from Felltown. It may be difficult to believe, but this city was once inhabited only by Fae. The understyle consisted of everything growing beneath the font. Now this important section of the Issa is but a dark corner, all but forgotten. Font Master Nomeron insists that everything flows as it should, yet I have seen his worry, and I feel the magic weakening. Strange forces are at work. I am the steward of tinctures and elixirs. A meaningless title, one I gave myself, actually. But my work is vital, as is my role, to test the font's magic. I enjoy the mortal world immensely. It adds such texture and color to our experience. Now and then you might find me in your dustling district, taking in the bustle. This is where we watch over the font, the source of magic in the gardens of Issa. It is a fountainhead that is nourished for as long as this world has been. The font's flow can be measured, directed, and even regulated, depending on the needs of our people. Font Master Nomeron attends to these duties. He has the role of monitoring the font's flow throughout the city and the Feylands. His telling is not to be envied, as it is one of our most important. Bristletongue, my moy, that would be something. A mockingbird with the font's only yield. Of course I will tell you where it is. What would be the fun in refusing? But before I do that, you need to offer me something. Isn't that how you mortals act? One deed for another? As steward of tinctures and elixirs, I often dabble in alchemy, especially with the water from the font. And I need you to drink this potion.
Okay.
Good. I will know what this does to the mortal constitution. Go on, big gulps now. None of that sipping. If you ever wish to learn, come visit.
As the darkness fades from your vision, you recall his last words. He mentioned something about Bristletongue growing in the garden at the high font. Fortunately, your memory of his instructions blurs as your head begins to pound. Gave me a headache.
What could you possibly want from me? I am Warlord Wenery, Lady of the Red Sands. I am not to be disturbed.
In what order should you enter?
I am not petty, but I have limits, as do we all. I know I should lead the formation because of my position, but other, more tender individuals will insist otherwise. Whatever you do, do not make me walk behind the High Fae Mage Goronet. How shall I put this? He has an odor.
High Fae, okay. Write this down. Not behind. High Fae Mage. Goronet. You really feel?
If If you value this position, you will make sure Lord Setter is not behind Huntress Hartwin. She finds him despicable, as do I.
I'm sorry, can you say that again? Lord Setter not behind somebody Faranet, I think? Oh, it says at the top. Huntress. Not behind Huntress Hartwin. Hartwin. It's a logic problem, yeah. I'm decent at these. Thanks.
Of course. But see that it doesn't happen again.
Fine, bitch. Damn.
Hexes?
No.
Hi.
Well, that's that guy. Okay, that's not gonna help.
Yes, Dostling.
Did I get the training that was in here?
Yes?
No, I guess not.
If it isn't the mockingbird, come in, come in. It's always good to hear a fancy chirp.
Where are those seeds?
Didn't you speak to Barrett? The bristletongue is outside the court of summer.
Barrett. Okay.
Goodbye.
Be well.
All of appointments. The Gem Destroyer.
Pretty evening, isn't it?
Yes. Who are you? Grand Faymage Goronet.
Another steward? When did the gardens of Issa become such a teeming pot of nonsense? What is it?
In what order should you enter?
Me? Well, my seniority dictates that I should be leading this procession, but my lame leg prevents me from taking my rightful place. I should bring up the rear. I will make it to Tartarean's throne, even if I have to crawl.
Bring up the rear.
Great Huntress Hartwen should go first, leading us all. She's particularly like that. I would hate to anger her.
Great Huntress Hartwin should go first. But Lord Setter said he did not want to go behind Hartwin. So that means Setter's probably got to go first.
Of course.
Interesting. So we've already got one conflict there.
Do you have the authority to be here? The gardens of Issa are for the privileged few with papers.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm done talking to you. You're already a jerk.
I do hope you are staying safe, stranger. I wouldn't want you to tear that skin of yours or leave it to disease. It is the only one you possess. I am the attendant of the court's list, and the lady of receivership. I am trained in all aspects of courtly customs and stand 12th closest advisor to the High King.
12th closest.
This is where those who seek an audience with the Summer Court must first make their claim. And once that claim is honored, I will prepare them for reception. The Fae fulfill roles in the telling, be it king or steward. If one wishes to ascend the heavens, one must abide by the laws of nature. Your kind has tried for so long to gain access to this sacred place, to be near us. Yet here you all are, and I rarely see a single mortal in the Understyle. What do they fear, I wonder? Do visit me again.
Okay. It's interesting how we've already got conflict in the logic puzzle. Hopefully there'll be some clarification soon. Like it says behind, not behind. I don't know if that necessarily means directly behind or I need to always walk in front. Because like behind could be he's first, I'm fourth, I'm behind him. Or it could be 1, 2, and then 2 to 3, but not 2 to 4. Oh. I guess it kind of depends on verbiage.
Good evening.
Hello. Guys struggling to open it. I just walk up, open it, and take off. Like, later, bud. I don't have time for this.
Don't know if we've had the pleasure. I'm the finest merchant in these parts, I assure you.
At least I don't have half of them being liars. That's true. Until I get to somebody that's all like, I need to walk here. By the way, this other guy lies about everything. And I'm just like, shit.
You can't just have a group of book-minded mages and expect the organization to take care of itself. They rely on people to look after the logistics, like me. When I first arrived here at the instruction of the Order, I was terrified of the Fae. They are nothing like us. Can't say that I have much in the way of magical ability, but I know trade better than anyone else here, and they appreciate it here.
What do you sell? Crippling medallion. More damage. I always try to read those.
Pleasure doing business.
Then I'm like, yeah, of course I can't read those. It would tell me what... I really just want to know what the thing does.
Welcome to the Issa chapter house of the Scholia Arcana. How may I be of assistance? Despite Jorum's frustrations, the wild magic of the Fae can be channeled in the most extraordinary ways. It is a great honor for us to be granted a place among them. The Issa chapter is but a small branch of our larger Rathia chapter in the plains of Erethel. We focus more on researching the magics of the Fae and Dalentarth than pure instruction. We are a collective of mages, and those that have a mind to unravel the ethereal phenomena of these Faelands and beyond. As a docent of the Scholia Arcana, my duties involve handling all tasks necessary for the day-to-day administration of the Order's affairs in Issa.
We are an order of magic practitioners dedicated to the fostering of knowledge regarding all things mystical and arcane. While the heart of our power lies in Rathir, we keep an embassy here in Issa to maintain strong relations with the Fae. Traditionally, our applicants undergo years of preparation, but we understand your circumstances are somewhat irregular. Ever since you entered the city, we've been watching you. After all, an endorsement from Niralim is not quickly dismissed. If it is your wish to join our order, you must first complete the trial of initiation.
Describe.
It is a ritual that will better equip us to understand what place you might have among us. I will not lie. Some do not survive the ordeal. Of those who do, only a select few are chosen to become members of our order.
Sign me up.
Then first I shall present you with this. It is the story of the Order's founding and a good primer for all who wish to join our ranks. Now I shall summon the circle of mages necessary to perform the ritual. Savant Engar will lead the trial. Speak to him in the Delving Hall when you're ready to begin. We are a society of mages dedicated to the study of magic. Short of joining, the best way to learn about the Order is to read On the Founding of the Scholia Arcana. It is not for me to divulge the details of the trial. I can only advise that you do. Farewell.
Okay, bye.